Welcome back to another episode of the Gambling Goats podcast. He's Johnny, I'm Shea. Going into a big week 9 here. Listen, I need a winning week. I'm going to start off the show, Johnny, just by, saying I admit I am the coldest gambler on the face of the planet right now. I think my record the last 3 weeks is like 3-15. Not good. We don't want that on the podcast. I need to step up my game here. I'm holding myself accountable. This is a 4-1 week minimum. I'm telling you that right now. I'm calling it out right now. Or this beard has to get shaven off by the next episode. I'm telling you. That's my promise to the viewers here. Johnny, man, how was your week?
You know what? I had an okay week, but you're being too hard on yourself. We're picking these real early. We're still making money day of, but to our viewers and our picks, we got to get better as a team. So, and I think most of them we both chose that didn't hit as well. My week 8, wasn't terrible. So let's get into it. Last week I went 3 for 5. We had I took Titans money line versus Colts. They won just by a field goal. Great pick. No,
Awesome
just
pick.
Good money there. Giants plus 9.5 versus Kansas. Easy, close game. Kansas is really falling apart. Turnover city. I think Patrick Mahomes is now number 1 in that field against all the rookie quarterbacks. That's not good. Not a good look. Not a good look for me taking Lions plus 3.5 versus Philly. They got blown out 44-6. I think it's time I stop believing that the Lions can do something one time for me, and they're not going to cover that. So Philly just blew them out. Dallas -1 versus Vikings. We got that win by field goal. Rookie quarterback, great win. And then me and Shea both Bengals -10.5 versus the Jets, 34-31. We couldn't even get it done. How about Mike White though? 400 plus yards. Amazing. That was the game to watch. Once I plugged into that, I stopped watching everything else. It seemed like everything was getting caught. So that was a game.
Yeah.
And that was my week.
That Bengals game there with Mike White, I would be a little worried if I was, Zach Wilson sitting there with his injury there. If Mike White goes out tonight on Thursday and balls out against the Colts again, he could be very well, fighting for that starting job. Once Zach Wilson does come back, fully healthy there, because that one game by Mike White, he looked 10 times better than Zach Wilson has looked all season long. So
I agree.
That's something to watch out for. Like I was saying at the start of the show there, I had a shit week. It was there's no better word to say it. I went 1-4. My one winner was who was it? It was the Titans at the Colts. I thought that was an easy pick, and you know what? Sure enough, it came down to the wire because I could have very well lost 2 for me. So you know what? Not a good week for me. I'm not even going to recap the rest of them. I lost them. It doesn't matter. The Bucks cost me a bunch of money going up against a third-string quarterback and still losing. That's not Tom Brady like. I'll tell you that right now. That is not what Tom Brady's all about. He threw 3 picks. It's not a good look.
Tough game.
But yeah, man.
Tough game.
You know what? Like I said, I'm bouncing back. This is the week. I'm feeling confident, feeling good, looking good. Got a new sweater, and you know what? I'm ready to roll for this big week 9. I can't believe it's already week 9. That's crazy.
You know what, Shea? Let's be honest. It was your birthday weekend. Me and Shea, we got together. We bet on some college football, some fights. It was not our night. The drinks really got to us, but we did make some money here. I did touch the ball. And one thing I'll say about Mike White, I think he got like a $50K check for that game, and a bettor put down $1,000 or something and won 125,000, which is hilarious. I love that for gambling. Tyreek Hill, I put some money down, so I hedged on first touchdown score for that game of Kansas City, but put the most on Tyreek Hill. 101, paid out 660. Chase Edmonds for the Cardinals, I hedged on that with Robert Tonyan on the Green Bay Packers side. Put 90 on both. That paid out just over 1K. Great hit. And I heard news that J.J. Watt and Hopkins might not play for Cardinals. So I rode with the Green Bay Packers, put a unit on that at 3.25, and that hit as well. So that was great. that brings me back from all those stupid little college football games and fights, and we can get into a week 9 and start all over.
UFC killed me Saturday. I was just picking dogs left, right, and center. Not a single underdog won.
No,
stupid. That's why I
was
don't pick
picking round
UFC,
2.
man. I don't pick UFC. I regret that immediately. But that was just the start of my bad week. So it just went downhill from there. I really didn't hit very many bets this weekend. So you know what, man? I'm just bouncing back, moving on. We're week 9, big week. We got
That's
the Patriots. Right. We got the Panthers. It's going to be a good week.
Okay, well, let's getting into it. Let's get into it. What do we got for week 9 here? Let's get into what we do know, and that's football. So start us off here. I hear you with the Patriots and Panthers, and I'm on that game as well. Who do you got for this game?
I think it's a dead giveaway who I got for this game here. I got the Patriots laying the 3.5 points against the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers have screwed me in this entire season. They started 3-0, and then they just sucked. The Patriots are coming off this big win versus the Chargers, which I think I did tell you at lunchtime that the Patriots were going to win that outright. I did say that on lunchtime at Saturday there when we were having a few pints, and they ended up winning. So my Patriots, Bill Belichick's leading that team. Mac Jones, man, how many times do I need to say this on the pod here? Mac Jones has been walking the walk and talking the talk. He may very well win that Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's by far the best rookie quarterback this season. He is 4 starts with 100-plus passer rating this season, and one of 2 quarterbacks since the 1950s to complete 68% of his passes and average 240 yards per game. The other quarterback who did that is the Hall of Famer Kurt Warner. So, that's pretty high standing for a young guy that's just got into the league here and been moving the ball. The Patriots, a lot of people think the Patriots are a run-heavy team. They pound the ball. They pound the ball. They pound the ball. You know what? They're at 7th or 8th place in passing yards this season. So, yes, they're pounding the ball, but that's just to set up that deep throw for Mac Jones, those little trick plays with their wide receivers throwing it to the end zone. Bill's a creative genius when it comes to that. And let's call a spade a spade. Last time the Patriots faced the Sam Darnold, what was he seeing? He was seeing ghosts, baby. This Patriots defense is all over Sam. They got his number. It's this is a game where I am backing my team. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be yelling at the TV. It's going to happen.
All right. Well, here, I'll actually hop on that with you because I've got them picked as well with the points. -3.5. I really love what the Patriots are doing. Love Mac Jones. Love seeing what he's doing. And you know what? Reminding me of an early 2000s football team here. Not going to lie. They're doing exactly what Belichick wants them to do. They're playing the ball right. As a rookie quarterback, Mac Jones is really taken off. So I've got New England Patriots as well for the -3.5 points. Looking forward to watching that game. Don't think it'll be as intense for me, Shea, but still looking forward to it. So I'll get into my next pick here, and I'm watching this Chargers-Phillies game here. I had them at -1. It's -2 now, but I'll still take the Chargers. I love what I'm seeing from Justin Herbert. They've had an off week, here and there, but I think they're going to bounce back. Philly just smoked Lions. I think that's why this is so close. But I think when you put these two teams together, I think that the Chargers are just the better team outright on both sides of the field. And I think especially in the QB position, Justin Herbert's had a bit more time, a lot more comfortable. Team really backs him. I think they'll get it done.
Yeah, you know what, man? I agree with you. I'm hopping on it with you. We're going back-to-back best bets. To start
here we go.
Here we go again. Rewind this. We did this last week. Didn't work out very well, but we're doing it again.
That's right.
I agree. It's a big bounce back spot for the Chargers this week. Coming off those 2 straight losses, they haven't lost 3 straight losses in 2 seasons. So you know what? I have high hopes for this Chargers offense. And Philly, they've been hot and cold all season. Yes, they'll win one, but then they'll lose one. They haven't won back-to-back games since last season. So that's a big stat there. Miles Sanders, the running back for the Phillies, for the Eagles there, he won't play. He's injured. He's on the IR. And that's a big blow for this Eagles team that doesn't run the ball often. but when they do run the ball, it's effective. So they're averaging the third highest yards per carry running the football with 5 yards an attempt. And that really just sets up that offense, gets them rolling, gets Jalen Hurts that play action rollout that he can hit somebody or he can take off, which he needs. But you know what? I agree. I think the Chargers are the better team. I think Justin Herbert's the better quarterback. I think Chargers have the better defense. I'm going to take the Chargers -2. I think they'll be able to score at will. I don't even hate the over, but I'm not going to pick it. Chargers -2.
I was looking at the over, but I'm not going to touch it either. I hear you. Let's get that -2, and let's get your next best pick, bud.
My next one here, man. This one scares me. I'm not going to lie, but I've broken it down. I've looked at the numbers. I'm going Broncos at Cowboys. Cowboys are laying the 10 points. So, a Dakless Cowboys team last week, he was a game time decision and ended up not playing, right before kickoff, which, you know what, I picked them, and that really scared me right off the get-go. I'm watching the pregame, and I'm looking, oh shit, Dak's not playing. I was a little worried. But this Cooper Rush kid came in and threw lights out. He's got lots of offensive weapons. The Cowboys offense, man, they're ranked 7th in passing yards and 4th in rushing yards. So they're potent. They got a potent offense where they're moving that ball, they're running that ball.
I was saying that last week when I picked them for the -1. Oh yeah.
They're a good offense. And their defense has improved dramatically from last season. They're middle of the pack when it comes to passing defense, but they do turn that ball over. They're tied for first in interceptions this season as a team defense, which is pretty awesome. I don't think you could be any higher than first place in interceptions, could you?
Nope.
And the run defense is the fourth. They've allowed the fourth less yards this season. So their defense is solid. Denver's had a rough go. They just traded Von Miller. I think that's a big blow for this defense that started off pretty decent. But Von Miller's he's a solid locker room guy. And you know what? They've been having injuries with their wideouts. Teddy Bridgewater is Teddy covers. He does get that little backdoor action. That's why this -10 does worry me a little bit. But I expect Dak to be back this week. And I'm going to lay the 10 points with the Cowboys at home. I think they're going to come in and take care of business here versus the Broncos.
Yeah, I hear you. It's hard not to pick that. You don't see the other side of that ball anywhere up on the leaderboard like they are. They're first in offensive leaders in total yards per game. They're third in passing yards. It's, in my eyes, a great pick too. So I'm not on that with you, but that's a great pick, Shea.
Thanks, brother. What do you got for next?
So I'm taking a lot of points here as well. Really believing in the Buffalo Bills. They're going up against Jacksonville, -14.5 points. So over 2 tutties. I'm seeing it like 27-10, maybe more. You know what? Me and Shea actually put a pick in for that Kansas City game. We almost hit that. Giants 17. We just needed that one more tutty, and that would have paid big. But the odds are against you there. But I'm feeling Buffalo Bills here. I think they'll cover over Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville will maybe get a touchdown or two, but I think Buffalo will just keep going off. Really trusting in Allen, and I think they're just an easy win here. It's an easy money line pick, but just not worth your money at 14.5 points. Super risky, but I'm gonna go for it. They baited me, and I'm gonna take it.
Yep.
Got me hooked.
You know what, man?
Got me hooked on the Buffalo Bills right now.
I hear you, but basically what they're trying to say here is last week they were 14.5-point favorites versus the Miami Dolphins. And so right now they're trying to say, Vegas is trying to say that Miami and Jacksonville are equal teams.
Are the same.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that one bit. Even though, Miami did lose to Jacksonville. I just can't hop on board with that. So yeah, I think the Bills do take care of business here. And they beat up on, our boy Trevor Lawrence, and unfortunately just have a big route here again. Take care of business.
I'm just looking for Buffalo Bills to get tutties. That's it. Let's go.
I hear you, man.
What do you got up next?
My next pick, man, it's an emotional pick. It's one of those ones where it's going to tug at the heartstrings. I'm going Raiders at the Giants. Raiders are laying the 2.5 points on the road. Man, with all the news with Henry Ruggs this week, that's stupid. I'm going to call it a spade, drinking and driving, never approved, especially at that speed. And he killed somebody. Like that's not good. That's a tough thing for a young guy. His career is probably done at this point, because he's probably going to end up in jail.
100%.
100%.
No way you're not getting away from this.
Well, he was just released by this Raiders team already, so I mean he's done with the Raiders for sure. But it's a tough blow because he's a good wide receiver. And he's a very very fast, very very speedy guy. So with that news and this Raiders team, with all the drama that they've been through with John Gruden and now this, and but they've been feisty, man. You know what? I don't think they lack the leadership in that locker room with Derek Carr, man. Derek Carr spoke to the media yesterday, and you know what? He's really owning that blame. Like he's putting the blame on himself. Which, you know what? Yes, I get it. You're a quarterback. You're a leader, but it wasn't his fault. It's nothing he could have controlled. But to say did I not let him know that I would be there for him at 3 a.m. I want to be better. I wish I could have done something. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's a veteran quarterback, trying to, reach out and be there for this young guy that's now going through probably a life-changing event. So you know what, man? I all the credit to Derek Carr. He's a leader in that locker room. He's the reason why they've been winning without John Gruden. And you know what? The Giants are banged up, man. They're so banged up. They have positive COVID tests. They have no wideouts. I don't see them putting up points against this Raiders defense that's healthy, back on track, probably going to play pretty angry. I'm taking Derek Carr to have a big game, and I'm going to take the Raiders minus the 2.5 points. I think this is an emotional win for them. With all the drama that they've had, this will really kind of quiet all that down if they go out and win this game.
Yeah, not a good look. Tough year for Raiders. I didn't touch it just because of it. Too much on the line emotionally. Don't want to be a part of it. You know what? At the end of the day, someone else take his place, make a name for themselves. Really sucks to see. No excuse either. So
No,
I don't care much. But the thing is, I feel terrible because the guy's worth millions, and he's a rookie. Driving a crazy car. He's got a loaded gun on him. Who knows what side of the world he comes from, man. So it's the fact that he didn't have the discipline that he needed and the privilege that some of us get. So, call a spade as well. So, I think a bunch of things failed him as well, but that's tough. He should have never had that happen, or put himself in that position. But moving on, didn't touch that game for myself. I did touch my Green Bay Packers this week.
Ooh.
Aaron Rodgers, don't know how you get COVID. Fully vaccinated or fully caffeinated, who knows? I know what I am.
I don't think he's vaccinated.
I'm both because I just don't fuck around. Let's go. I took plus 7.5 points versus Kansas. Kansas, you know what? I could see Kansas blowing them out. I really could. But I could see Jordan Love going off after seeing what Mike White did there. You know what? It's your time to shine. Put Flacco in. Let's go. Let's see what happens. I'll ride or die. I love to see what they did last week against the Cardinals, getting the dub. They do have an all-around good team. I don't know if Devontae Adams is back this week.
I haven't heard about that yet either. I believe he'll probably be back. But I haven't heard.
You know what? I'm just hoping that Love can keep it close. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go plus 7.5 with the Green Bay Packers against the Chiefs this week and see what happens. I'm going to ride that.
You know what, man? I was thinking about getting involved in this game just because that Chiefs defense is so bad. I could see anybody putting up points against that Chiefs defense. I think I said that last week. I think we could run for a touchdown against the Chiefs, which at this point,
I think you said that. I didn't say that.
I think I could. That. I think I could run over a couple guys in the secondary and just clear.
I think I could hit a 25 or 30-yard field goal.
I think that's a little more difficult. I can't kick.
I think I could hit that. I think I could hit that instead of run against an NFL team in a real snap. Yeah, 100%. 100% would rather try that too. I trust
I
my
like to
leg.
live dangerously, okay? My last pick here, I only got the one more. It's my 2-game teaser of the week here. 2-game teaser of the week. Listen, Titans are banged up. Derrick Henry's down. That changes their offense. They're facing the Rams team. Rams are, they just added Von Miller. Their defense is scary. And Matthew Stafford is having a highlight reel career this season. So I'm teasing the Rams down to -1.5. Just needing to win by 2. I think that's an easy feat against this Titans team that's pretty banged up in the secondary. Has Derrick Henry down. They're now one-dimensional. They're going to rely a lot on Julio Jones and A.J. Brown, which, you know what, I think the Rams defense will be able to take care of and take at least 1 or 2 of them out of the play, So I'm teasing the Rams down to -1.5. On the other side, my other leg of this 2-game teaser is the Vikings at the Ravens. Ravens are laying 6 points. They're coming off a bye. I'm going to tease the Ravens down to a pick 'em and pick the Ravens just to win. I think Lamar coming off a bye. This team's now had a little bit of rest. They were pretty banged up going into the bye, so now they get a little bit more healthy. Playing a Vikings team that just lost to a backup quarterback. I don't see it. I don't see it for them. I think the Ravens defense is better. I think the Ravens offense runs the ball efficiently. So I'm going to take the Ravens on a pick 'em, and that's my 2-game teaser. So I got tease the Rams down to -1.5, and tease the Ravens down to a pick.
Well, you know what? If one won't fail you, maybe 2 will. But I love how you're doing that, teasing it down like that. Those are 2 good picks. I've got the Rams and Baltimore all day in my head as well. My last pick actually is going with the Rams versus the Titans. Titans just signed Adrian Peterson, didn't they?
They sure did.
So that's and Henry's out, but with LA Rams defense, man, I'm seeing them getting the ball. I'm actually probably going to touch on Jalen Ramsey for a touchdown. Just a pick 'em. Yeah, pick 6. Let's go. Like I'm seeing.
Score.
I think they're hyped. I think it's the game they're going to do it, man. They're going to be shutting down the wide receivers. He's going to get it and go, and he's going to go off. They're hyped up about this team that they got. They've got a real chance. They're really seeing it. It's time to go off, and the Titans are a good team to beat, and they've got a chance to do it. So I think they're going to be hyped. 7.5 points. I'm taking LA Rams.
You know what, man? I love it.
And Titans have been my team. I've been calling them out all season. But without Henry, way different team. Still think that Tannehill's a great quarterback, but however, going up against the LA Rams, man, I think the defense is going to get it done. I think the offense is going to kill it. I'm seeing a more of a blowout game than 7 points in my head.
I agree with you, buddy. I totally agree with you. That and you know what, the Titans are due for a letdown spot. They just won 3 back-to-back big games. A divisional game, and then against two teams that arguably are one of the 2 favorites, in the NFL with the Chiefs and the Bills. I mean, maybe not the Chiefs anymore, but so they're due for a letdown spot. I like that pick, man. I totally like it.
Good. Well, that's our picks for this week. I will be touching some first touchdown scores this week as well. We got to get those in the comment sections, but we want to see what everyone else is picking as well. So drop a like, drop a subscribe, and look out for our social media posts.
Yes, sir. And listen, back to what I was saying at the beginning of the podcast. I'm going 4-1 minimum this week. It's happening. I'm feeling good. I'm calling it right now on the pod. If not, this beard's gone, and I love this beard more than anything. So I'm telling you now, this is what's happening. 4-1 week coming up. Put your money on it. Let's go.
You heard it here first, guys. Look forward to next week because I can't wait. Have a good week, Goats.
Cheers.